shortly after we'd gone into complete lockdown, we had one edition of this programme at the back end of last series, and I was fortunate enough very briefly to catch up with Simone Cyr, the Director of Welfare for Racing Welfare, to talk about how that fantastic organisation might start to try to reach out and get you to help to look after the workforce and the people that need looking after in this industry. We're several weeks on, it feels like several months on in many respects, and it's been, I'm sure, a rewarding, frustrating, difficult, intriguing time for Simone and all her team at Racing Welfare. Simone, good morning.
Morning, Nick. Morning.
A little update as to where you're at the moment, and what in the last 6 or 7 weeks has pleased you, surprised you, disappointed you, presented you with the most challenges?
Okay, we have seen a continued and steady increase in the numbers of people that have been approaching us for help and support. We've seen in total 2,003 people across a variety of different work streams. About 807 people have contacted us directly for help and support. 703 people have received proactive community calls from our team, and we've been in touch with over 493 employers around the industry. So that's all since I last spoke to you. If you think that we help about 2,500 people a year, 2,003 people in that short space of time has been very intense. The work that our community group has been doing, however, when you said what's pleased us, has been absolutely phenomenal. All of that proactive calling, getting in touch with people, making sure that those very vulnerable people are okay, it's had some real positive results. I mean, we have actually identified people who were struggling, who needed help and support. We've got some people volunteering for us now as befrienders, so they are now doing more regular calls with some of those people that are quite lonely. Our virtual coffee morning, we've got well over 100 or 120 people now linked up with our virtual coffee morning, so lots of really positive work. As Lee was saying earlier, what are the positives? When I last spoke to you, I made a point about our hardship grants that we were distributing if people were struggling, and we've given out over £15,000 now in hardship grants to people from across all different sectors of the industry. So one thing that we need to continue to do is raise awareness of those. But people are getting in touch with us really. The main issues are around benefits advice and financial assistance, worries about money.
Which, you know, is entirely understandable in the circumstances. From your standpoint, how well is the sport doing at looking after its participants?
I think the sport is doing really well. We've seen such great people come together with real concerns. Our chief executive, Dawn Goodfellow, for example, is representing the People Stream, and I just think everybody is putting together and doing a fantastic job.
Just in terms of the charity itself, we've seen a number of charities appealing more understandably, more aggressively and in more heartfelt fashion for funds, because so much of the charitable endeavour in the country now, quite rightly, is going into NHS charities that a lot of charities are really struggling. What's the financial situation looking like at Racing Welfare?
Well, it's not looking great, because we are looking really at an estimated loss of about £500,000 this year because of major fundraising events that had to be cancelled. So we're in the same boat as many other charities at the moment.
So it's very...
And I think there's a hashtag there's a hashtag at the moment for charities at Never Needed More, which is quite true. You know, there's a time that we're never needed more, and yet we're all facing financial losses.
But you've been on the front foot and trying to get the message out there, none more so than the furlong factor that's been a great success this week on social media. I mean, who knew there was quite so much talent out there in the game?
It's been absolutely phenomenal. It was, a little idea that started, and our COO, Gemma Waterhouse, ran with it really, and it's taken off fantastically. Who knew that there was so much talent? But for me, it's been very much the psychological vaccine to coronavirus this week. Superb. And I think on the level of community engagement and support for everybody that works in our industry, it's just been a real lift and it's been fantastic. So I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone that's contributed to that.
And in terms of the result,
please tune in.
Yeah, go on, give it a plug. Sorry, I'm on the delay.
Yeah, well, it's the penultimate heat tonight, and the final is on May the 9th. So it would be great if people could tune in and support and vote for people.
And is the final being judged, or is that a public vote as well?
The final's being judged. As far as I know, it's going to be shown next weekend on the 9th of May.
Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to tune in and watch.
People will be able to vote. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to that very much. It's a wonderful showcase for talent across the industry. And I just wanted to ask you about resumption, and if resumption does happen in May, as is looking possible. I don't want to jump the gun, but is looking possible. Are you happy that staff can move around the country and be safe?
I think if people are adhering to all the guidance and social distancing guidance that's out there, then that's the only way that it can happen, if I'm honest. There's lots of concerns, I think, even being discussed on the news this morning about people resuming work and going back, and transport and all sorts of issues. But I think for me, we just have to listen to the advice and follow that.
Simone, thank you very much for joining us again, and fingers crossed we can get another update a couple of weeks from now.
Thank you. Thanks, Nick.
Simone Sear, the Director of